Good afternoon everyone. I am feeling privileged here to be here and to present on ECGC, and I would like to thank Pharmaxil and specifically Uday Bhaskar Garu and Murli Garu for giving an opportunity. I understand the concern here, the time constraints, and I am not going to take much of your time. But I'm going to go through the presentation on ECGC. My focus point here today is I want you to understand the Export Credit Agency of India. We are the premier export credit agency and we are here almost for the last 6 decades. So in these volatile times, we all understand the pandemic has created a disruption in the world economy, and in this pandemic the risk has become higher than never before. The majority, you all must be thinking that what is the need of a credit insurance, because I am doing this business with my buyer almost for many decades and I have not faced any payment problem till now. But I would like to tell you here that even the best buyers, even the long-standing customers, they may tend to default. It depends upon their situation. It is not that they are the goods which is going to Hong Kong or Dubai, they are the ultimate buyers. In turn, they also sell to their customers, and this is a vicious cycle, right? So the payment risk, the term credit is always associated with the risk. So the risk today, it is increasing because of the high volatility in this market, and the best part for you is you have to protect yourself from the risk. You are doing all these efforts, you are manufacturing, you are arranging for your logistics and everything, and ultimately you are exporting. And the exports for any country, for any nation to develop, export is something very, very critical. And that is what our Honorable Prime Minister has set up the ambitious target of 400 billion export target this year, and we are also thinking about the 5 trillion Indian economy in the year 2026. From the present 3 trillion economy, GDP, to take it to the 5 trillion economy, it is very important for the exporters to come up and to grow. And we at ECGC, we are here to support you in the form of export credit insurance, and I am just taking a small presentation quickly. We have been set up in the year 1957. We are 100% owned by Government of India, and we are in the administrative control of Ministry of Commerce and Industry. We are regulated by IRDA, and we are the premier export credit agency in India. We have been given the rating of IAAA by ICRA, which means we have the highest claim payment ability. Also our solvency margin, it comes to the IRDA. The IRDA prescribes only 1.5% as a solvency margin, but we have the solvency of more than 18%. So for any insurance company, if we want to see that how the company is going to perform in the future, it depends upon the solvency. So we are very much solvent, we are backed by the government, and irrespective of the category of your business sector, you may be a very small exporter, you micro exporter, and you may be a very big business company. Irrespective of that, we have the product to cater to each and every need of the export community. Our vision always is to provide the export credit insurance to the Indian exporters and to help them in accelerating the export growth and to cover the export credit risk associated with this exports. We cover almost all the countries, irrespective of the rating. We have the presence, we have the coverage of almost 239 countries, and in this 239, around 211 countries are in the open category. It means once you have taken the cover with ECGC, there is no need for you to come again and again. You can continue your exports, whatever the limit we have assigned to on each individual buyers. So only 28 countries have been placed under the restricted cover category. It means the country which is, economically they are not so sound and they do face some financial instability. So these countries on your case-to-case basis, we will be assessing the risk. Basically, we have two verticals of our business. One is to give the export credit insurance policies to the exporters directly, and we also give the insurance to the Indian banks. Today we have almost all the 12 nationalized banks, including the SBI. They are under our fold, and whatever the working capital finance, they give it to you under the packing credit and the post shipment. They come to us for taking the insurance. And apart from these 12 nationalized banks, we also have 10 private banks in our fold. So it is like extending the credit protection to the Indian banks and financial institutions, and also the other trade related services, like in case if you want to know the credit worthiness of the buyer, you want to know where actually the buyer is worth for making this exports. So we can help you with the credit information reports. We have the tie-up with many global agencies like DNB, Graydon, and with there you can also get to know about your buyers before you enter into any contract. We have the presence, pan-India presence, around 46 branches all over the India, and we have the 5 regional offices. So anywhere you go, anywhere your office has been set up, we are there to help you. Basically, I was explaining, we have the policy, direct policy for the exporters, and the ECIB, the export credit insurance for the bankers. And apart from that, we do support the project exports. What my ma'am was explaining about the National Exports Insurance Trust Agency. This is a trust developed by the Government of India specifically for the project exports. So even we are in the business of short-term and medium and long-term project export finance. So whatever the finance the banks are doing for the project exports, we cover the risk as the insurer. I would like to mention here, this is very important to mention, that in a year we almost support more than 6 lakh crore of exports from India. And if you see our premium, it is around 1000 crores. And equally we also pay the claims. The last year we paid the claim of around 1046 crores. So for any insurance company, the claim payment ability, it is what shows that how strong we are and how customer friendly we are. The main sectors, of course the pharma industry, we have covered around 71,000 crores of business last year. And the cotton and textiles is around more than 1 lakh crore, engineering around 84,000, and agri specifically it is more than 1,11,000 crores. See, put together under our policy and ECIB, we have covered more than 6 lakh crores, which almost accounts for more than 28% of India's exports. This is what our system works. This is the 3 pillars of our underwriting. As a small exporter, or even if you are a very established company, you may not be knowing about the buyer, right? The buyer sitting in somewhere in the, say, Tanzania or South Africa, he is placing the order to you. But before stepping into this exports, you may want to know whether it is really good to enter into this export contract, whether the buyer is going to make the payment to me. Because today's scenario, the export transactions are majorly happening on your credit terms. Maybe it is DA 90, DA 180, and RBI has permitted even up to DA 270 days for all the exporters to do the business, right? So we depends upon this buyer underwriting, country underwriting, and the exporter underwriting. So when it comes to the buyer underwriting, we have our own model, the system model, which we evaluate the credit worthiness of the buyer by the industry, his business ability, financial strength, and transaction behavior. We have almost around more than 5,50,000 buyers in our record, and we have underwritten the risk on more than 70,000 buyers. So every year we are adding around 12,000 buyers in our portfolio. So the moment you are receiving any order from any of the buyer, please do come to ECGC. It's not that you have to cover your entire business portfolio with us. Even if it is for a single shipment, even if it is for a single transactions, we do have the policy to cater each and every need of the exporter. We have our country underwriting. This is mostly used widely by Indian banks and other institutes. We have the 7-fold category, wherein we rate the country according to their, the economic risk, political risk, and our own experience with them, and also the forecasting. So the A1, it means you have very insignificant risk. For example, the country like USA, Germany, and this, advanced economies, they do have very insignificant risk when it comes to the country rating. And similarly, like recently we have placed Afghanistan in the category of D. So you all will be understanding how risk is Afghanistan now, and even surprisingly many of our exporters are receiving the orders from Afghanistan buyers. So we are becoming a bit cautious, how to proceed on these transactions. As an exporter, when you are going to the bank for any finance, maybe it is a working capital finance, your term loan, your CC, or whatever it is, the bankers in turn, they come to ECGC for taking the insurance. So in case if the account becomes NPA, in that scenario ECGC is there to help the bankers, so to cover the default, the non-payment risk of the Indian exporters. So this is like the exporter underwriting when it comes to the ECIB for the bank. This is the major risk what we cover. You have your political risk category, the payment, for example, your overseas buyer has made the payment to his bank, But unfortunately, due to any of these reasons, the payment has not come up to you. This is due to the political risk. I would see that as that it could be because of the war, it can be because of the diversion of OH. We all understand the problem which has happened before 2-3 months, the Suez Canal issue, right? So how it has impacted the global logistics and it has created a diversion of OH. So any diversion because of the factor which is not in the control of the buyer and the exporter, the extra freight charges, this is also covered by ECGC. And the transfer delay risk. The payment has already been given to the bank, but unfortunately because of the foreign exchange issue, the particular country is not having enough foreign reserves and they are unable to transfer the fund back to India. So this transfer delay risk is also covered. Any import restrictions, when the buyer has placed the order with you, there was no import restrictions, but unfortunately when the shipment has already started from India, it is on the way, but there is some new import restrictions has been placed in the buyer's country. So just imagine what will happen. So all this sort of non-payment risk, the default by the buyer may be due to his political or even if it is due to the commercial risk, everything is covered by ECGC. Commercial risk, I would categorize this as a protracted default. Willingly, unwillingly, the buyer has not remitted the payment to you. The insolvency of the buyer, you may be aware the majority of the US buyers who were in the business of RMG, to name like Debenhams, Pier 1, Asina Group, all these big companies who were there in the business of decades and decades, they have collapsed in this pandemic. There is a huge insolvency, huge claims with ECGC on this RMG exports. So fortunately in pharma, because the pandemic has brought a new era for the pharma sector, this sector is growing and we are very glad to know about it. But when it comes to the other sectors, the pandemic has created a very disruption, and this is what, the claims are like flooding with us. Repudiation risk. Just imagine the goods have already reached the port, but after the reaching, the buyer is refusing to accept the goods. He is saying, no, I don't have the market right now, or the season has changed. For example, he has ordered for Christmas, but your goods are reaching a bit late. So he will say, no, the season is not there, so I don't want the goods. What will happen is it's a different country, it's a foreign country, you don't know anyone, and the goods are lying in the port, right? It is in the bonded warehouse. So you have to incur the charges of your demurrage, the warehouse charges, and additionally the freight charges. So all these things of the repudiation, it is also covered by ECGC. And it's not only the buyer, we also cover the bank, the insolvency or the default of any LC opening bank. You may be under the impression that the LC, it is the safest transaction mode. I do agree on that compared to your credit terms, but yes, there is also the risk associated with the LC. Starting from your, the small exporters risk policy, shipments comprehensive risk policy, we have the policy for small and medium exporters. Even if you want to cover based on your, if you are a very, mid-sized and large exporter, and you want to cover your entire export portfolio with ECGC, based on the risk perception, we have the whole turnover policy. And if you want to cover your single transaction, we have the small specific buyer policy. And if you want to cover your services like ITES and IT enabled product services, we have a policy for that. If you are doing your business through your global entity, specifically in the pharma, I do understand majority of the exporters will be having a global entity in USA or any other country, and through them the exports take place. So we have a policy consignment global entity and consignment stock holding agents, and the factoring services for MSME. I would proud to say here that our customers, more than 90% of the customers are MSMEs. So we are giving the support to the MSME, what is much needed to them in these difficult times to achieve the exports. This is the cover for banks. You may ask how the ECGC insurance cover to the banks is helping you as an exporter. By taking the insurance cover, the banks are having a stress-free, because they do understand in case of any default by the exporter, ECGC is there to support them, and it will help you in giving collateral security, lower margins, and also the banks is getting the benefit of better customer selection and the capital adequacy when it comes to the Basel III requirement. So the bankers will be having lesser provisioning in case if the risk is already covered by ECGC. The product for the bankers, like similar to the exporters, we have a whole turnover cover, and apart from that we have the individual cover and the surety cover, which is a non-fund based facility. If you see your packing pre-shipment and the post-shipment, it will be categorized under the fund base, but in case if you are participating in any of the tender wherein you have to give your performance, like performance guarantee or advance payment guarantee, so for that we have the surety cover. And apart from that, if you feel that any of the existing products of ECGC is not suiting your requirement, we have a customized product also. So we can have the combination of 2-3 products and the best suited product for you, which is beneficial for the customer. We have a many customized policy with us. Specifically in the pharma, we have some of the prominent industrial leaders like Mylan Lab, they are our customers, and like for example Biological E, they are also taking policy from ECGC, and Natco Pharma. If you see under the ECID, we are indirectly supporting this Hetero Labs also. This is the cover for your premium and long term. So in case if you are into the project exports, so any of the project finance which the bank is offering, like Exim Bank is specifically into your project finance, your buyer's credit and all. So we do give the coverage to Exim Bank through this MLT insurance. In a nutshell, our financial performance, continuously we have more than 1,000 crores of premium, and if you see, we are paying the claims of more than 1,000 crores every year. Only last year, because of this pandemic where the offices was closed in the last financial year ending, so we couldn't pay much claim, but this year we have paid more than 1,036 crores, and our net worth, paid up capital is increasing, the government is infusing the funds to us. It shows the confidence the government is having with ECGC in supporting the Indian exports. So that is what we are receiving. We have in fact in 17-18 around 2,000 crores capital infusion has been done by Government of India, and our net worth is increasing. This is what in brief. Once again, I just want to stress that whatever the exports you are doing, don't be under the impression that today I am safe because my buyer is very well known to me, tomorrow anything can go wrong. So come to ECGC, just take the cover, insurance cover, not necessary that you should come for the whole turnover policy. Even for a selective buyer you can come, even if you are doing the exports for one time, or if it is on and off, not on a continuous basis, for any sort of customer's need. As an exporter, we are the facilitator of India's exports, and we are here to support the Indian export community. So we do have a stall in the ground floor. You can come there, visit us, and we can discuss about your specific requirement in case if there is any. And you can visit us at our website www.ecgc.in, and you can contact us at any time. Thank you so much.